I hope the lighting is okay. It's quite dark in here. I open the curtains and it's not a good idea to do that. I'll open this one. It might not be too bad. It does seem quite dark though. Okay. So hi, hello, welcome to the stream. If you're new to watching me on live stream, then I'm Rebekah Maroon. I'm Rebekah Maroon, and I do these live streams twice a week. I do them on Thursday evening at 8:30 p.m. and on Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Going on to other questions. During the stream through Skype, and my Skype is Rebekah Maroon. So just friend me on Skype, and then you can ask questions during the stream. So yeah, that's the way it works. And there are a few links below this video on YouTube to rebekahmaroon.com, where you can look at my possible events or my book or my blog, etc. So they're all links below. So this is the Sunday morning stream. So I normally just sit here for a little bit and do the introduction, and then you're free to ask questions on Skype. So it's snowing here again. It was snowing yesterday. It started snowing again. So I haven't really driven in the snow before, so I'm a bit apprehensive about doing it. I'll just show you the snow. You can see the snow. This is my veranda. The snow. That's Josh's first sunflower he grew last summer. It's still there. That's the snow. There's the street with the snow. So yeah, it's been quite... I thought it was over, but obviously it's not. Has that adjusted the camera a little bit? So what's being longed for is what you are. And what you're afraid of is what you are. What a funny thing. You long for what you are. You're afraid of what you are. Afraid of that nothingness, that emptiness. Of that nakedness. And so these talks, not just mine, but these talks and meetings, this awakening, it's like it's easing you back into what you are. This is really weird, but it's like, yeah, like a gentle, slow collapsing back into what you are, or collapsing of that which you aren't. The person thinks it's about acquiring something, adding something on, understanding, knowing something. And actually, it's more of an undoing of that illusion you think you are. And there is such joy here in speaking about this, in pointing this out, this freedom of what you already are. What a joy. What a love. You think you've lost something. And that you can acquire what you've lost out there. That you can acquire what you feel you've lost in something. And this message is brutal. Brutal. Brutal, but it's love. Brutal in that it won't allow that sense of self, that sense of someone to play at being someone. It's not about giving you, that sense of you, something to hold on to. This is cutting everything away. Everything that's sticking, claiming to be a someone. So it seems brutal to that perspective of someone, but actually what's being revealed is love. That sense of someone's veiling what already is, veiling love. Giving the impression that love isn't here, love isn't what this is, that this is a personal, independent, separate experience that I'm having. And that just isn't the case. That's the illusion that there's someone here having a separate, independent experience of life. There's life, and then there's me in life. And it's my job to look after me. It's my job to find happiness and to find my completion, to find my love. And this is saying, no, this is love. This already is love. This already is happiness or joy or freedom. But beyond the human experiences of happiness, not the personal happiness, temporary happiness dependent on things, but a happiness and a joy beyond things or circumstances or situations or emotions. So on one level, this is pointing to that immaculate freedom, that immaculate freedom that is untouched by anything, that isn't in the manifest, that isn't a thing. And then on the other level, isn't really a separate thing, but just to speak about it in another way, it's an unloading or unraveling of that illusion, So there's that which is untouched and was never, ever identified. And then that seeming illusion unravels. That contraction unravels. Whatever it's been made up of, whatever it's claimed, whatever it's owned, whatever it's held in place as me, what it's been told, what it's learned, all that gets challenged and unravels or released, or however you want to put it. And these two seeming parts coming together, that nothing and the form, the everything coming together, is what I call love. It's love. Total liberation. The nothing and the everything. The form and the formless. And nothing that I'm saying here or in any of my talks are things that you have to learn and understand. It's just being spoken. It's just a description of what seems to happen. But none of it is about you carrying it and agreeing with it and taking it on as a new idea. Non-duality isn't a new idea that you carry around and argue about and you use. It's not. It doesn't need to be learned and understood. It's more direct than any understanding, than any thought. It's so direct. It's what this is. And thoughts and learning, understanding appears in it, but it itself isn't true. What thoughts are saying isn't true. Whatever you know in thoughts is not true. Non-duality is not true. What is true is the bum on the seat, the cup in the hand, the sensation of my feet on the table, the breath entering and leaving the body, the computer, the lamp, the camera, these sounds that are appearing. This is life. It's not contained in a thought. That mental stream, that's another appearance. What you long for isn't contained in that. It isn't contained in anything. What you long for is everything. What is happening? That's all there is. What is happening? And this is the freedom. This is the only freedom. What is happening? This can never leave. What is happening? It can never not be what is happening. But this is nakedness, total nakedness. Not knowing anything. Not having something to present. Just that nakedness, that openness, that vulnerability, that innocence. So I'm online on Skype, so you're free to message or call in. Can you say something about time? Hi, Martin. Sorry. Hi, Martin. Can you say something about time? Physicists. Oh, God. Physicists. Yeah. Physicists say time is like an arrow, it only moves forward. Time. What is time? Well, time is made up. We have clocks. I have a clock here on the wall. It moves around. We have hours and minutes, but it's made up. It's a way for us to measure, to plan, to arrange things. So it's a very useful invention, the clock, and working with the sun to plant, to sow crops, and to it's just useful, a practical, human, useful thing we've invented. But it seemed to be here. It seemed to be a real thing. Okay, it felt like, I'm not sure when it started, but it felt like time became a real thing. And like I was moving through time, like it was linear, moving forward, and I was someone in time on that treadmill of moving forward. When I was young, I remember being so feeling really like scared and anxious and really like distraught by this sense of running out of time. I was running out of time. It was really awful, that feeling. This panic about a career, and I've failed. I failed at school. I was going through quite a lot of depression and abuse at home, and I just failed in my school in the last few years. And so I was worried about, running out of time to make it, and to, just worried about this time, this future. So yeah, it's a practical, useful thing, but it has no actuality. It's not real. Like it's a mental fabrication. So the minds or brain's able to produce this idea of, I'll see you tomorrow, or a memory of what happened yesterday evening or something. It's a picture, a mental fabrication. But you need to look at that and see that, like, where is time? Like, where is it? So the time is still used practically, but there's not someone living in time anymore. Thank you, Martin. That's it. No more questions. So we'll just we'll just sit here for a little bit and see. I like your picture, Martin. Look very nice. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Jupe. Hi, Rebecca. Can you say something about being nothing and everything? Oops. I can't say anything about it. It is already what is. This, what's happening, is nothing. But it's appearing as everything. That's the crux of what I speak about, actually. I don't have much to say, as you can probably see. What I'm talking about is this intimacy, is this everything, which is nothing. It's empty, but it's full, it's love. That's all that I'm talking about. Is the bum on the seat, the audio, the sounds that are happening, the visual, the appearances. This is everything. The thoughts, the emotions, all of it. This is nothing. When separation is there, it gives the impression as if something's been lost, something's missing, that you've lost this love, lost this wholeness. But it was never lost. It was that creation of you that seemed to cover it up. But this is a pointing back to that, beyond that you that's looking for it, you that's seeking for it. What is here? What is here that allows that seeking? What allows that looking? The same as it allows everything else. So it seems to be like there's two parts. There's a seeing of what allows everything, what is beyond everything, and then the what is everything. It's just the collapsing and the complete merging back into everything. I can't put it into words, but it's what this experience is. It's nothing and it's everything. And it's not two separate things. It just seems that way until that complete immersion happens. A complete collapse happens. And then it's seen not to be two, but not seen as a mental thing, but just that's what it is. That's all there is. What was your question? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's Martin. Yeah. Nothing and everything. Yeah. So. This is it. Thank you, Jeeb. What beauty. What a lovely question. Oh. Well, I'm hungry. I have to go and eat. Thank you. Perhaps a bit on love. What? Perhaps a bit on love, what this all is. I'm not sure what you mean. Perhaps a bit on love, what this all is. I'm not sure what you mean, Jude. Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to go and eat breakfast now. So. Thank you. It was lovely. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.